So in this lesson I'm going to teach you how to make a light and airy chocolate cake. So this is very important in times when we have to soak the cake really well and use very soft fillings like mousse that are mixed with fruit compote or other flavors, because the filling is also going to be soft. We want the cake also to be really very light. Also it should be able to soak in good amount of sugar syrup, and these are cakes that are meant to be served directly from the fridge. So the ingredient that is going to give us that airiness is the aerated drink. So I have here Coke that I want to use, and it is not opened yet. The seal is not opened yet because I just need to open it right before I have to add it into the batter. So I have the measuring jar with me. I'm going to measure about 100 ml for this particular recipe. So that will be the last step that I want to do. The rest of the ingredients are ready here, which is the all-purpose flour, butter, baking powder, baking soda, salt, cocoa powder, and then condensed milk. So initially, to start with, I'm going to add the butter and then add condensed milk and then beat both together for about 3 minutes until they both combine really well. And before that, I'm going to sift all the dry together. Now once the butter and the condensed milk is beaten up really well, I'm going to add the dry ingredients and then combine them together. And finally I'll add the aerated drink, which is the Coke in this place, and we'll have the batter ready. I have two 6-inch pans ready to pour the batter. I want to bake it in 2 pans and then have thinner sponges. Each of them I want to toast it into 2 and then use for layering, and the oven should be preheating at 180 degrees Celsius. So I'm just going to keep them aside. I'm just going to take another bowl, and to that I'm going to sift the all-purpose flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, baking soda, and salt, and sift them together. So this I'm going to set it aside, and I'll get the stand mixer. To that I'm going to add the butter. If the butter is not soft, you could just beat the butter once to make it light inside the bowl and then start adding the condensed milk. Now that my butter is soft, I'm just going to pour in condensed milk as well. And I'm going to beat the both together for about 3 minutes on medium-high speed. So we have the butter and the condensed milk beating up well. Now I'm just going to add in the dry. So I'm just going to mix this up once with my spatula so it doesn't spill out. So now it's good, and then I'm going to beat for about 2 minutes on medium-high speed until we have this combined well together. Just want to show how it looks before adding the So just want to show how it looks before adding the Coke in. It is pretty thick at this stage. I'm just going to let the beater running, and then I'm going to measure the 100 ml of the Coke and then keep adding as the beater is running. So let me just measure up. So it's right there at 100 ml. So I'm going to start the stand mixer. So it's all nicely combined. Check how the batter looks and mix it up once, going all the way till the bottom. Okay, and I have the pans ready here, prepared. They're two 6-inch pans. I'm just going to divide the batter between the two. I'm just going to level the top. And I'm just going to tap the pan to get rid of any bigger air bubbles, and then this is going to go into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 35 minutes, only because I have divided the batter between two pans. It's not going to take much. If you are going to bake it in one pan, the timing could vary. It could be somewhere between 35 to 45. So based on how we are going to bake it, this one I'm going to put it in the preheated oven. So the preheating should be happening at 180 degrees Celsius, and I'm going to bake it at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes, and then I'll get back to show you how the sponges have been baked. So the light and airy eggless chocolate sponge is come out and baked. Checking for doneness, I'm just going to transfer this onto the wire rack. So now this will each be cut into two, and now I have to cling wrap this into 2 layers and then freeze it for a minimum of 4 hours or up to overnight, and then I'll get back to show you how I'm going to use it to layer the cake.